name of this car from the local dialect to English, it would pretty much translate as, wow, that really says it all about this machine. I'm Dario Franchitti, this is Real Cars, and that is the Lamborghini Countach. Can you imagine running into this thing 44 years ago? The Lamborghini Countach LP400. It's like a spaceship even now. There's little touches you notice, like this cut of the arch. Lamborghinis still do that to this day with their V12 cars, just sort of trying to recreate that design and continue the magic of this car. 4 litres, engine mounted longitudinally this time, so in a more traditional pattern with a V12. Lots of vents, NACA ducts in the side, vents there. Radiators weren't as efficient as they are today, so they need to put a lot of cooling in to cool that V12 engine. Unfortunately, as a driver, you didn't get that much cooling. Look, this is your window. That's what you could open. Imagine pulling up to the toll booth on the Autostrada and you're trying to get your money out. I think it gives its age away just a little bit though, when you see the chrome trim onto the windows. That's, how 70s is that? Everything else about it is completely spaceship. No mirrors. Heck, you don't need to bother seeing what's behind you. Although if you did want to look in the rearview mirror, this is a periscope. This car was known as the Periscopo. It's probably the most sought after of the Countach whole range, really. So you'd look through there and that was all you could see. Okay, now's the time to admit I've never actually driven a Lamborghini Countach. I've never even got in one, so this could be interesting with this scissored door and my broken back. Imagine in the 70s, you would probably catch your flared trousers on the handbrake cable. Well, this is better than I thought. This cockpit is lovely. Very reclined in this almost hammock-like chair. The instruments, though, are so small. I mean, I've got fairly decent eyesight and I'm struggling to read them sitting still. So if I'm battling this thing down the Autostrada at 170 miles an hour or heading up the Kemmel Straight at Spa, looking for the braking point, it's very difficult to see what revs you're pulling, to know when to shift gear. I do believe that's an 8-track player in here. This car is as it left the factory in 1974. It's just magical. If you are of a certain age, I was born in 1973, this car is something that I certainly lusted after and should have bought one back in the day. Now I can get one in real racing. In fact, I have one in the garage. It's just a wonderful thing. I defy anybody, even today, to see one of these things and not be stopped in their tracks. You do not have to be a car person to appreciate this utter madness and utter brilliance. You've got to get behind the wheel of what is one of the greatest sports cars of all time. Check it out in-game, and I will see you at the track.
Это мир Авито, где я уверен, что стану вторым, а не 22-м владельцем машины.
Покупайте автомобили с проверенной историей. Авито. Здесь решать.
После не совсем удачных презентаций